What's up, everybody? T3 here from Future Nature and T3 Photography. I wanted to record this quick video. People often ask me, if you had to go into the wilderness and you could only bring one tool, what would it be? What would that tool be? And before they can even finish getting the words out of their mouth, I say a fixed blade, well-made knife. This knife right here is made by LT Wright. They're a small knife making company in Ohio. And just for transparency's sake, I am an ambassador for them, but I will only accept ambassadorships from companies that have integrity and create really, really fine, awesome tools. And LT Wright fits the bill. So nowadays there are a million knives that you can buy on the market, right? There is, there's this big explosion of tactical knives, some of which look cool but are completely useless for the type of skills that we all work, woodcraft, things like that. They were most likely designed by some kid on a computer who's never used a knife for anything other than cutting up vegetables. Whereas LT Wright, this is a group of individuals that does the same skills I do, and the construction of their knives really shows that. So check them out. I'll put a link in the description of this video. So if I was allowed a few more cutting tools, next choice up would be a small camp axe. Now this piece of functional art right here was created for me to my specifications from a good friend of mine whose name is Caleb Booth of Booth Blacksmithing. So this thing right here is an amazing camp axe, and I had him make it 22 inches long, so it's the same length as the cold steel tomahawks I'm used to throwing, so I could use this as a defensive weapon if needed. I can use this to chop down a tree, right? I can use it one-handed, two-handed. Let's say I need to delimb a sapling that I'm making a fish spear out of. Well, I can cut the sapling down, and I can choke up on the handle a little bit and have a little more control for, removing the branches. Even better, choke up further, I've got a skinning blade now. So now obviously I'm not going to skin a rabbit or something like that with this, but deer, elk, bigger animals, absolutely. So yeah, check out Booth Blacksmithing. I will put a link in the video description as well. Oops, sorry buddy. Last but not least, I want to talk about machetes. Machetes are a great tool, big long blade. There's many different styles. Well, one I want to show you today is another knife that was gifted to me many years ago when I worked at tracker school. Now I don't even know what to call this thing. My friend Simon, who is a French Canadian, makes knives for cutting contests, and he said he wanted to make me my dream kind of big knife. And I said my dream big, chopping, cutting knife would be a cross between a Bowie knife and a kukri, and this is what he made for me. It is made out of an F-150 leaf spring with a moose antler handle. And to test it out, before he gifted it to me 15 years ago, he actually won a fairly prestigious Canadian cutting competition with this blade. If you're not familiar, yes, there is such a thing as cutting competitions where you have to do things like cut through huge thick manila rope and chop through a 2x4. And this thing, let me tell you, I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that, because I could take your arm off with that. I use this thing all day long to cut holly, which is an invasive species around here. You know, in one hack I can cut big OK size thick holly or any other sapling. And that's because of the design. You know, with this style, you know, you've got that curved inner edge, but what the real magic is this little hook here. The way a machete is meant to work is as you swing and you finally come ready to hit your target, this little thing pivots on your pinky and acts as a fulcrum and gives you a little bit of extra oomph. So yeah, so if I could only take 3 cutting tools into the wild with me, it would be these guys right here. Runner up, if I were to need to replace this one, would be the Condor Bushcraft machete. I love the parang style machetes as well. Anyway, that's it. Just wanted to throw that out there for you guys and let you know how we do it over here at Future Nature. Until next time, peace and love, and definitely get your ass outside if you live in the Pacific Northwest, because it's beautiful out. Peace.